Welcome back. We are here coming to you from Barrel and Fork in beautiful Cornelius. So we're doing a little bit of filming here. And speaking of filming, we wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of good photography. Photography is really your introduction and communication to the public when you are marketing your house for sale. It's the first point of contact. And that being said, it is very, very important. It's kind of like a dating game, right? You swipe left if you like it or right if you don't, maybe vice versa. But either way, it's so important to have good photography when you are marketing your home. It's like I said, it's the first step in getting that buyer to your house that you have for sale.
I think you said it perfectly earlier, where it's like the first form of communication. Yes. So communication being your eyes.
Right.
And so when you sit with your realtor and you talk about your marketing strategy, you know, one of the first things that they should be telling you about is the type of photos, the quality of photos, video, the drone work, because all of that will be uploaded into MLS, which then syndicates to, you know, all the different, all the secondary sites. And it is truly your online dating app. That is when you want to look your model, Cindy Crawford, you know, powerhouse model, beautiful, because those photos are going to be used for, you know, all the marketing strategy. And going back to that first form of communication being your eyes, when you see that online, you know, those are the photos that's going to invite the buyer in. Everyone shops online.
Yes.
And from those photos, you want them, the goal is for them, that they physically make an appointment to see your listing, let alone to then fall in love with your listing to want to make an offer.
Right.
So that first communication step is so important, having professional photos and video.
So one of the key elements to ensuring you have the top of the line photographs for your listing is to make sure that the realtor has that relationship with the best photographer. And we take a lot of time in the photography and ensuring that the quality of work that we are provided is up to our expectation. And we have a great photographer that we primarily use, and he knows us and what our expectations are. And let me tell you, that is tough. It's tough to please me when it comes to the photography. So I'm there most of the time when my homes are being photographed because I like to control it.
It's not a bad, one of those few times that being a control freak is not a bad thing.
Yeah, but we also spend a lot of time with our clients on the onset. It takes just more than a few days to prep a house for sale, especially for the photography, because, you know,
everybody knows bad photos.
It is. When you see it, you know it. That photo was taken with an iPhone, or look at that lighting. Lighting is key. And you know,
so what are some examples of like run through the examples of bad lighting? Because when I go through
when all of the windows are shut and there's not a lot of natural light coming in, you know, it can work for you or against you. You know, you have to have that skill set in a photographer that knows, oh, I need to shut those blinds a little bit more, or I need to turn on all of this other lighting. That is very important. We make sure that every single light is on in that house, every one of them, because it just accentuates the positive points in the house. Making sure there's not a lot of clutter, so that way when the house is being photographed, there's not a lot of distraction. The buyers want to be able to imagine their things in the house, have the best lighting to do so, and not the seller's personal items in the house that might be a distraction. Yeah.
Toilet seats up.
And the trash will pick that out.
And the trash cans that are left out. I mean, there are, you know, for our listings, we give our clients, you know, a big long checklist, you know, as far as things to prep in preparation to get those supermodel, beautiful looking photos. But you can always tell, you know, on like the 1%, you know, listing services, the discount listing services where maybe the seller takes their own photos. You can see the shadows, or you can see them in the mirror.
That's the worst. When you see the photographer in the mirror, it's just terrible.
And the problem is, and then look at the days on market on those homes.
Yes.
You know, they don't have the traffic. And in particular, in a tough market like the market that we're in, you can't skip, you know,
certain elements
of that. I mean, maybe you could get away with that during COVID years. It's not the market that we're in today. There's definitely more effort in that. And it's just so important to hire a professional photographer who knows what they're doing, and agents who can communicate those expectations of the client too. Because at the end of the day, you want to limit days on market. You know, you want to get that house under contract.
And it starts with the photography. It starts with the photography. So I can't
I mean, speaking of photography,
look at this great
This is a great photo. I love these two women. It's phenomenal.
Eye-catching, to say the least.
Yes.
And that's what you want in your own photography for your house. Eye-catching photographs that stand out from the rest. So,
and on that note, in all seriousness, because this photo is so eye-catching, our photographer, there are occasions when houses aren't like
the best.
The best.
They may not have the most modern or updated furniture or decor, and that's okay. That is okay. But the photographer, in collaboration with us, will know how to market that property.
We'll do some artistic photography, so that way in the shuffle of photos, you'll see like playing of like the sunlight filtering through the trees, or maybe it's like a blurred, you've got a water feature in the yard and it's, you know, the blurred of the water, or it's playing with some of the colors. It's the favorite, you know, with our photographer. I love it when he plays with the sunlight and you can just see all those rays of sunshine filtering through. It just makes that listing to the online shopper stand out.
It gives them the warm and fuzzy on how they're going to feel when they're in the house, and that's what you want through the photographs. So so that's a little bit of our 2 cents on photography and why we're spending so much time on it, because it truly is one of the most important things. And we will do another episode interviewing our photographer, so stay tuned for that, and please subscribe so you don't miss anything.
Yes.
Welcome, thanks for coming, and we will talk to you next time.
Thank you. Bye.